confidence as the game goes on.
First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like defense, but I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay up.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. 3rd and long for Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion left. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. Now Burrow. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A handoff to Mixon. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it as we resume action. Here's Sly now to kick off as he'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Richardson shotgun on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Check that. Street.
First and 10, it's Richardson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 23, here's 2nd and 2. Downs going in motion left. Richardson looking to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Mustang 19. Go, League. Go. Street.
Now Richardson. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Richardson. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Josh Downs, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field, because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it to Mixon on the check down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They go play action with Burrow. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Mixon with a first down carry. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Burrow on play action. Touchdown! T. Higgins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now it's Richardson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Downs going in motion right. And Richardson back to throw it. That complete to Downs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the tight end goes in motion left. Richardson to the air on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Richardson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Downs going in motion left. And that's caught inside the 30. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it third down. Looking to throw. Richardson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they go play action now. Burrow. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Burrow will throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Mixon again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals are able to stretch out their lead. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Hey, check that, street.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Richardson looking to throw this. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. This one caught downfield by Higgins. Touchdown Bengals. T. Higgins. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's second and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Flush to his right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's a gain of 7.
Richardson going to move him around. Here's Richardson on 3rd and 2. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all, because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
Gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the Colts 18-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing.
Touchdown! T. Higgins from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Let's go now.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
19 tight, 19, trap 60, trap 60.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Dragon 60.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Now Joe Mixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Richardson will keep it once again.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here we go, here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Richardson looking to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Go, Reeves, go. 3, Buffalo 18. Go.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. It's Mixon on the counter. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now 2nd and 3. One last shot for Richardson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.